Leah, congratulations on this film. I absolutely loved it.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
How did you even find out? Like, how did this get onto your radar? And then when you first read the script, how did you feel?
So I actually got reached out to on Instagram, which is the
That
best way
doesn't
to,
happen. And did you
yeah,
believe? But hold on, did you believe it, right? Because now there's so many scams going on. You can't believe that whoever is reaching out is actually telling the truth. I would have let that
yeah.
opportunity go.
No, of course. No, basically I did a short film and the AD on it was really good friends with Donica, the director and writer of Girls and Boys. And she recommended me for the part where it kind of just said like there's an actor who I think would be really good for this. And then yeah, he reached out on Instagram. And yeah, at first I was like, hmm. But then I looked at his profile, I was like, this looks legit. And then he sent me the script and I was like hooked from like the first read. It's just like it's such a beautiful story. It's just one of those scripts that I think like any kind of young actress kind of dreams of getting. It's got sort of shades of like Before Sunrise, kind of Weekend, like
Yeah.
so much of these like kind of amazing kind of romantic dramas. And yeah, like when I kind of I was like, this is something I need to do. So I became like obsessed with getting the role after that.
So then, did you still have to audition? Did you go through all of that
Yeah, yeah.
process?
I did a Zoom audition where apparently I was like off camera for half of it. But yeah, so I did that and then I did an in-person screen test, which was like 8 pages. It was kind of the whole apartment scene. And I worked so hard on that. Like I don't think I've ever like learned lines harder in my life. And then yeah, so a couple weeks later, I found out that I got it. And this was like, I think I had my screen test in like December 2022.
Oh,
So like
wow.
this was a
Wow.
while ago, you know? Yeah, and then like we had like a full year between then, and then like we really started shooting in January 2024. So like so much time in between then, and
Yeah.
we got to kind of like cast like Adam together, like the Jace actor, who is just incredible. Adam Ludden Collery, my angel. We got
You two are
to
fab on screen.
oh, he's just amazing, isn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so we got to kind of do the whole casting process together, and then me, him, and Donica would like rehearse all the scenes together.
You were so involved, but do you remember how you felt the night before this was all going to go down? You were going to start shooting. This is your debut film. Could you get any sleep that night?
It was kind of like Christmas when you're a kid. I was just like, I can't wait for this to start. And then like yeah, the first day on set, I think the first day, well, because they had a day before me, so my first day on set was like the library scenes, and then the kind of ending scenes. So it was like it was oh my God, it was so much fun though, and also like our entire like crew were just so lovely. We all got on so well. It was just like it was literally just like hanging out with your friends every day.
I love Charlie. I mean, watching her, I felt empowered watching her.
Yeah,
For you, what part of Charlie did you take with you into your own life? Was there anything?
yeah, I think so much of Charlie's trajectory is kind of like learning to sort of own herself in a big way. And I think I kind of didn't realize at the time how much that was something that I needed for my own self. I think because obviously sort of she starts off at a point where she's quite empowered and she's having these kind of relationships with men that are not good for her, but she's doing it to validate something about herself. And I think by the end of it, she feels so much more kind of comfortable with herself. And I think I kind of realized that sort of I'd had a similar sort of, I guess, sort of relationship with my own transness. And I think by the end of it, I was really sort of able to own it and to feel kind of comfortable with it and to kind of like realize the sort of the shame around it was kind of just not serving me in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually read a beautiful piece that you wrote. It's up online documenting the coming of age moments of one girl's
Oh,
transition. And
yes.
there were two paragraphs. Can I read them back? I'm not going to do them any
Please.
justice like you would, but
No, no,
they
no. Thank
just,
you.
they really touched me and also had me looking at things in different ways. You said, I'm oh, sorry. I am a constantly changing and evolving entity, of course, but who isn't? With this realization, transitioning loses its gravitas. We are all always transitioning. At the heart of it, the difference between dyeing your hair a different color and gender transition lies in other people's fixation. It was just incredible. And I felt that, did you write that before or after this film? Because I felt that was the message of this film as well.
No, I wrote that when I was like 19. That was like,
Wow, Leah,
oh,
that is incredible.
thank you. Thank you. I kind of forgot about that whole article. Yeah.
That article is beautiful. And as I
Thank
said,
you
I
so
felt
much.
like that, and I don't know if you realize you did that as well, because that's what I felt was part of this film as well,
Absolutely.
wasn't it?
Absolutely. I think so. I really do think so. Because I think that's kind of what I always loved about her on the page was that like her transness was such a small part of who she was.
Yeah,
And like it's really what's more interesting about her is like her journey to kind of accepting that she belongs in the world and that she
yeah.
gets to take space in the world.
Yeah, because she also says to Jason at one stage, "I'm going to muck up this
Oh,
line," but
please.
something, something
Love is
along the
great.
lines, where Jason turns around. They're talking about drinking and getting high and stuff, and he does, and he says, "I do it because I need to get out of my head. It's mad, isn't it?" And she actually turns around to him and says, "Yeah, it's hard being you, isn't it?" It's just
Yeah.
like, yes, it's hard being. If everyone's journey is completely different and not taking
Yeah.
from everybody's hardships, but the fact that Charlie could go, everybody has something.
Absolutely. I think that's the kind of the thing that I really love about her is she really recognizes that about people. Um,
Yes.
I think that's kind of something that's hard for her to kind of because I think this is this idea of kind of getting on with things and especially like with like in the male characters really represent this kind of sense of masculinity where like you kind of stay very closed off and you don't kind of open up about things. I think she's really able to sort of see through that and kind of put a mirror up to it,
Yeah.
which I think is really sort of something that I think as the film goes on and like you kind of understand what their relationship was and kind of where it is now,
Mm.
that is kind of the sort of the original wound is that he couldn't, you know,
This is your debut film. You've just graduated from Bow Street Academy. And when people mention your name, the next thing that comes along is a rising actress in the Irish film scene. How does that make you feel?
it's really validating. Yeah, I just I don't want to say that I don't believe it, but I think part of me doesn't. But yeah, I feel like this is so much payoff has kind of happened, especially in just the last few months. Because I mean, when we were making this, we didn't really have any funding. We didn't have like it was kind of just a big passion project, and we didn't know like, whether this any of this would actually happen. So there was a lot of kind of faith put into it.
Yeah.
So for it to be where it is now, it's really so kind of life affirming. And I feel so excited for the future. I just feel like I'm on like a really good path at the moment.
I love that you're enjoying all of this, but you're not resting on your laurels because you are working on a one-woman show called The Doldrums. What can you tell us about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's a play that I wrote. It's basically it's about a girl who gets murdered by her own subconscious. It all kind of happens in purgatory. It's really weird. It's yeah, it's very offbeat, but I think it's kind of it's exploring sort of similar things around sort of transition and around sort of passing. Basically, the kind of the premise is like it's a girl who's kind of passed as or we have this kind of term in the trans community called going stealth, which means basically that nobody around you knows that you're trans. And that was something that I would sort of do in my own life, kind of on and off. Like when I was modeling in London, like nobody really knew. And it became something I'd become like you kind of get this sort of almost sort of split sense of self because you're kind of so conscious of how you're being perceived and then how you kind of how you feel inside. I just really want to explore that on stage. So that's kind of what it's about. Yeah, it's been really fun. I've got like an amazing team together working on it. Usha Donahue, who's just an amazing playwright, director, actor. So she's directing it. And then Jack's Banded Theatre, her company, are all like producing it with her. So it's yeah, it's been so much fun so far.
When
So yeah,
can we?
we're on in November. Oh, sorry, yeah, November. The 4th to the 8th of November in Smock Alley Boys School.
Oh, wow. Okay, looking
Yeah,
forward to that. Before I let
thank
you
you, babe.
go, before I let you
Okay.
go, I want to know, what do you dare to dream your career to look like?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really like. I think my kind of I would love to be kind of like an Emma Stone. That's sort of like my kind of constant blueprint. Just in terms of like her filmography, her choices, also like kind of the comedic stuff that she does, I think is just so kind of brave and fun. She doesn't take herself too seriously. But yeah, I kind of I just want to go as far as I can. I
And
feel really hungry and
do
like
you know,
really ambitious.
I love it. And do you know what? Don't hold back. Put it
Oh, at
out
all.
there. Say what you want. Go after it. Because Leah, this is your this is your debut film. I cannot wait to see what you do next. You are incredible in this. I wish you all the very best.
Oh, you're too good. This has been so lovely.
Oh,
Like we were saying earlier, obviously, that I used to listen to you when I was a kid. So it's like it's weird. It's weird being like this. So
oh,
thank you so much.